Nearly 4 years after the death of a USC student, President Biden has signed into law what we know as Sami's Law. It's a federal law that will require now government study and several different measures to improve ride-share passenger safety. The legislation called Sami's Law comes after the horrific death of USC student Samantha Josephson back in March of 2015 after she got into a car in 5 Points that she thought was her Uber. The driver of that car then killed her. The law would require every rideshare company to have a digital system that enables passengers and drivers to identify each other. It also prohibits the sale of any signage that is designed to help identify a rideshare vehicle to make sure no one can impersonate a driver or a company. The Department of Transportation must also create a council to develop new standards and technology to help verify passengers and drivers. And finally, Government Accountability Office must conduct a study on the number of assaults and abuse that happen to both the drivers and the passengers.
Samantha's parents, Marcy and Seymour Josephson, have been fighting for this legislation. Today I spoke with Mr. Josephson about how he wants you to remember his daughter, his frustration in getting this law passed, and his fight to keep others safe who are using rideshare apps.
It's really about what we can do to help others.
It has been a very long 3 years for Seymour Josephson and his family.
Exhausted, just mentally exhausting.
That's how he describes the struggle to get the federal law passed named in memory of his daughter Samantha. His frustration with some lawmakers growing more and more with every day the law he believes could save lives wasn't enacted.
They want to waste the taxpayers' money and their constituents' time and money of creating this GAO study because the numbers that have been self-reported is not sufficient. I just don't understand their thinking, and they want to wait until something happens to something to their family, or they don't believe these statistics. I don't know.
Legislation moved much faster in South Carolina, with Sami's Law being signed just 3 months after her death. The law makes it a crime to impersonate a rideshare driver.
The difference really is what South Carolina has done, New Jersey has done, that's great. But what needs to happen is a federal law to be pushed down as a whole to change and make these changes in the industry to make it safer for everyone. And that's why we continually push the Sami acronym behind, like that you see behind me, of asking the driver, what's my name before getting into their car, to match the license plate and display, because both Uber and Lyft refuse to do what's necessary to become a safer platform.
But on Thursday, with the president's signature, part of what Sami's family has been fighting for became law. The Government Accountability Office is now tasked with studying and submitting a biennial report to Congress on assaults involving drivers and passengers in ride-sharing vehicles. The bill requires companies to put into place a system that allows drivers and passengers to identify each other. It also makes it illegal to sell signage that would indicate a person works for a ride-sharing company when they don't.
It's not everything that we all wanted and that's needed. It is a first step in chipping away and for her memory and for her to make change. She's a fun-loving, smart, determined, beautiful inside and out person. You know, I still want that to be the main objective and memory of Samantha.
Mr. Josephson is encouraging everyone watching this story tonight to reach out to their elected lawmakers in Washington and push for tougher ride-sharing laws. You can learn more about Sami's Law by going to our website at WLTX.com.